Howdy. Third video, same material. Philip Jeffries textured wall covering. This aspect is a pain in the neck. Now, you guys who hang wallpaper are gonna say, how come you didn't do it like this or that? Believe me, if there were an easier way, I would. Okay, we're transitioning from one wall to the next. Rule number one, this is not vinyl. Vinyl, you want at least 4 to 6 inches on one wall when you transition to another. 4 to 6. On this, you want to go higher. I have 11 inches of paper on this wall that's going to transition onto this. Number two, my corner is completely lacking in plumb. Not only does it lack plumb, it's textured, and it goes like this. You don't want to cut this 10 inches on your table, bring it on here, and literally be off a 1/2 inch. So here's what I'm doing. I'm pushing my corner. This is, look, you could do it a different way, don't get me wrong. But this is the way I determined was best for this. You can see I'm getting a tight corner. You see what I'm doing? Now I'm not burnishing the material by sliding this. I'm simply pushing it in tight. Okay? So just keep watching me. Oh yeah.
What about the homeowner that loves it so much?
The homeowner loves it.
I'm going to put a chandelier in here.
But what about the wallpaper hanger? Do you love him?
I'm going to put wait till you're done. I'm going to Google it all, yelp you all over the place.
Oh, that would be awesome. Now, I said how easy this paper was to hang in the beginning, remember? This is where it gets hard. You see this? You can see how my corner is way off. I told a woman in St. Pete, your corner is off. She cursed at me. She cursed at me. She said, don't give me that. I said, not only is your corner off, but you're also off. Just kidding. Okay. But she did curse at me. Okay, now folks, so remember, don't burnish the corner by sliding this. I want you to make a crease in the paper by pushing this in. The fourth thing, or the third thing, whichever number I'm at, you want to know how you can easily bend this? If we were doing an outside corner, you know what I would get? I have 2 of them. You know the steamers that you put up and down on your sleeves and it gets the wrinkles out? That's what you do with this. There's a little secret for you. It gets really hot and you just go in the corner. Yes, you don't want it getting wet, and yes, the steam is actually distilled water in vapor form, but it's sufficiently dry that it's not going to stain your paper, okay? If I were doing an outside corner, that's what I would use. Where did you learn all of this, Spencer? It just comes to me. No, I'm only kidding. I studied. I studied at the Spencer Colgan School of Wallpaper, and I'm the teacher. No, I'm just kidding. Just making sure you guys are listening. Okay, so as my paper is acclimating itself into these corners, I'm going to cut my tops. You like that word, acclimating? Can somebody do me a favor and look up the word and just put the Urban Dictionary definition of acclimation? Thank you. Appreciate it. ACCLAMATION. Acclimation. Oh gosh, did I get it? No, good. Okay. Now, actually, I should not have cut that yet. because what I'm gonna do, I gotta move this part. No big deal. But I should not have cut that yet. Don't cut yours. Okay, folks. Now, so, okay, we're gonna cut the corner here. You know what? Why am I gonna cut the corner? What am I, stupid? I'm not cutting this corner if I don't have to. I was gonna cut it. No, folks, don't cut the corner unless you have to. Push that corner all the way in, okay? Okay? You see the corner was off, but remember I told you before how it bends? Boy, does it bend. You gotta be really, you gotta do finesse. Okay? So I'm pushing it into the corner, then I'm gonna hold it there and bring it out. There's very little glue on this. Just enough to keep this down. I'm not trying to bore you. This guy talks too much. What's wrong with him? Where's he from? Brooklyn? The comments some people write on my videos. Okay, let's get the action down here. Okay, folks, look at where the knife is going. Not on this side, but underneath. Why is that? Can somebody please tell me why the knife goes underneath the smoother and not above it? Somebody please. Okay, I puncture it first. And wait till you hear the noise puncture, then you drag it. And then can somebody tell me what their favorite meal in the whole world is? I mean your absolute favorite. I'm getting a lot of friends on YouTube, and you know, I'm starting to feel so friendly with all of you. Tell me what your favorite meal is. And literally, I don't care if it's peanut butter and jelly. I just want to know what your favorite food is. Just let me know. Don't lie to me either. Gotcha. Okay, folks. Now, this, when I was a new paper hanger, right? I would come to something like this and I would mess it up. You know what this is. It's a 3 or 4 piece light set. Well, I can tell you this. If you go in the middle, that's your best bet. Right? So I'm going to pull it up. I'm watching what I'm doing. Okay? You can't go wrong when you look behind it. Okay, so we know we're good there. And I tell you, here, let me show you. I should actually show you. This is what you do, okay? Feel. Then when you feel it, here, make some marks, okay? Make some boundaries for yourself, okay? This way you won't mess this up. Okay, that's how you really should do it. This way you won't botch it up, right? What's he talking about, botching it up? Where's he from? This guy sounds like he's from Brooklyn. Okay, now 2 hands. Of course, if you'd only do 1, you might go too far, okay? All right, guys. And I've gone too far, and I do this for a living. So don't think you can't go too far, okay? This is like cutting through a rag. I know I'm not using the right blade. Okay, let's do this the right way. I hate electric, and I don't want to get shocked, so I kind of shy away from these fixture settings. I hate doing it. Okay. Penny lover, don't you walk on by. Okay, alright. Now, notice how I put tape all over there? Oh, I should say, before you do this, shut off your electricity, like as if anybody really does that. I love when I see YouTubers. Make sure you shut off your electricity. Yeah, right. By the way, you should do that. I guess you can get sued. You can get sued for anything, right? Okay, guys. So let's do this. Okay. Nice and tight in that corner, okay? Oh, goodness. Come on, bring the... Yeah, let them see the action here. Folks, you can hear the cutting action going on. We're cutting across thread. This is literally the same consistency in your wash rags, okay? That's what we're cutting through. But this guy, he talks too much. But this guy, he don't talk enough. Okay. Okay, folks. Now, we're almost done. The homeowner loves me. I told her I learned wallpaper hanging in Greece. I've never been out of Brooklyn. No, I'm only kidding. Only kidding. Okay, folks. So far, so good. I look like I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You're about to see whether I do know or I don't know. Did I ever tell you, I worked for this real strange fellow, and he had green hair, and he looked like the Hulk after heart surgery. He was about 95 pounds. Anyway. He was a real annoying guy, so I was feeling a little vengeful that day. He kept saying nasty things to me, so I thought I'd play with his head after he gave me half the money. So I went into his room and I said, "Hey Google, show me a video on how to hang wallpaper." He said, hey, you don't know how to hang wallpaper?" I said, "What?" He said, "I heard you." I said, "I'm only kidding." He said, "Don't give me that." I said, "Brother, I'm only kidding." But it was hysterical. Okay, guys. Okay, you go over here and let the people see this double action, which they already saw.